Hello students, this is Instructor Douglas. So I just want to give you a couple of things. Number one, you can check out your grades. So to do that, you just check your grades under assessment. So that's this little right here, and then click on grades. Number two, meet the Monday's deadline. So the most important deadlines are the instructor draft due dates, the midterm exam, and the final exam. Try to meet all the dates, but do not panic if you miss some here and there. In other words, it's not the end of the world, but you must keep moving. You can do it. What that means is, yes, there are due dates. So for example, there are 4 due dates here, or 4 assignments that are due this upcoming Monday. And the average person usually looks at these, freaks out, and then, ends up doesn't actually take the time to read what they have to do. And at this level, English 1A, I want my students to be wise students who take the time and really pay attention to the details. And so if you take a look at this, it seems like a lot because there are 4, but it's actually quite manageable. And I'll walk you through the steps. So for example, the editing log. Here are the instructions. You can find the sample editing log, document 35 and instructions by clicking on its tab in the calendar section. So literally what this means is, just say I'm a student. If you click on this tab, and then go in there, you'll see the sample editing log and the editing log instructions. And the way you want to complete the editing log is you're going to need to have your essay 1, which has been evaluated. And to find that, you just go to Assessments, Dropbox, and then from the Dropbox, you're going to click on the Part 1 Essay 1 Dropbox. Now mine, it doesn't actually have a number here because I haven't posted an essay here, but yours will have the number which corresponds to the number of drafts that you submitted. You click on that number, and then from there, you literally follow the rest of the instructions, which are listed here. And so I take my time and I lay this out for my students because I really want you to get a sense of, ownership with this. And then, after a while, it becomes very seamless because you know what to do already. But the first time that you're doing it, it's online and it can be a little bit cumbersome, but hang in there. Essay 2 peer review, the sunflower. Yes, this is due. So just like the editing log, you can find this by clicking on the tab in the calendar section. Ideally, you should have a full essay draft. However, you should not give up if you do not. Instead, you should make sure that you have, at minimum, your summary introduction, thesis statement, and topic sentences. You should have a thesis statement and topic sentences at the bare minimum. So let's say you have a busy work schedule. Let's say you work multiple places, or let's say you have obligations. I'm aware of that, okay? I know how that goes. And so I don't want you to look at this and think, oh my goodness, and you have to drop the class. That's not what you have to do. At minimum, what you want to do is review your author. And for those of you who did not select an author, I have some notes for you as well. But for the majority of individuals, you want to read your author's work. And then from there, you want to develop your ideas on what you think about the author's response to Simon Wiesenthal. And that's going to end up being your thesis statement. And then the reasons why you think what you think about the author's response to Simon Wiesenthal, those are going to be your topic sentences. And so At minimum, you want to have those 5 sentences. If you have the full essay, hey, hands off to you. My hat's off to you. Great. Sample essay 2s. If you want to see what the essays actually look like, you can just go to the essay folder and samples. And I have posted 3 samples here for you to view. These students earned B's or higher. So you can take a look and see how they did their essays, and you can model your essays off of theirs. However, you want to, of course, be mindful of avoiding plagiarism and respecting other student writers' work. The tentative research question. The research question is the starting point of the very last essay assignment of the semester, the research paper. Because of its size, we must work on this paper a bit at a time throughout the semester in order to prevent a bottleneck at the end. All I want is for you to read the attached PDF and come up with a tentative research question that is narrow, challenging, and or grounded. Now, you'll know what narrow, challenging, and grounded mean if you've read the PDF. And to find the PDF, it's the same way that you would find everything else. You just click on it as a student, and then from here you will see, I'm a student, so let's go ahead and click on it. So from here you will see an attachment. This is what you want to review. Okay. The last part is the writing plan workshop. What's the second to the last part? The writing plan workshop. Now, this, rightfully so, might confuse some people. So this part of the reason why I take these video notes is so that you can hear my voice behind it. I decided to tailor the writing plan workshop more toward reading than any additional writing. So if you're writing massive documents a part of or in addition to your essay, you're probably doing work that I'm not going to review. However, if it helps you towards your writing, I'm not against that. In other words, save the writing for the essay and just take notes and work on the study guide and extended study guide to help you write. Just be prepared to show your notes and work February 23rd. So on Monday night, the way you show your work is you're going to click on this. And when you click on this icon, so let's say if I'm a student, what pops up is this attachment. So just remember, this part, this is where you have to do some Cornell notes. And, some people are tech savvy and they're just going to do the whole thing and take a picture of it on their cell phones. That's cool. You can upload the whole thing. All right. So that's one obvious way to do it, or a not so obvious way. Some people, for the most part, if you're not into any of that stuff, then just answer the study guide questions. Okay. So you can just answer these. And there are 8 questions. For those of you who are go-getters, and you want to do even more, the more the better. It actually helps you. These are the additional or the extended study guide questions that you can do. The journals, some people do them, some people don't. I mean, the way I look at it is it's up to you. And if you have the time, remember with English 1A, some people have the time to do it, some people don't. And I pretty much tailor my stuff so that everybody has work that is tailored toward helping them toward success on these essay assignments. And so if you want, you can complete the whole thing. Otherwise, you just need to complete those study guides to show me your work. Okay. And, if you wanted to handwrite it or type it up, that's one thing. Some people handwrite it and just take a picture on their phone. If you take a picture and post it on Instagram, then probably could do the same thing or something similar with these essay assignments. Missing in action. No, don't post your essay handwritten. Don't do that. But little assignments such as the writing plan workshop, go for it. Missing in action. Okay, so English 1A can be challenging and the technology can make it even more challenging. I am willing to work with you, but you must be present in order for me to do so. I encourage you to hang in there, respond to my messages if I have sent you one, return a call if I have contacted you by phone. Yes, I am a teacher and I make it my objective to look after students. So I'm here to help you, but help only comes to those who are willing to receive the assistance. And so the bottom line is, if you want to be successful in this course, then you have to put your best foot forward. If you know that you are unable to put your best foot forward, there's always future semesters. But I want you to talk to me. Let's start a dialogue. If there's something that I might have missed, talk to me. I'm just a human just like you. So I know things happen, but I don't know what you're thinking if you don't tell me anything. This upcoming Tuesday, we meet in the College Skills Center. So please read this. We will meet in our regular classroom first and then head over to the College Skills Center. I strongly recommend that you bring related materials to your essay. You want to avoid being the student who leaves important documents on his or her personal computer at home. In other words, you don't want to waste time by leaving stuff that's important where you can't access it. So we do live in a digital age, and I really think that it's highly possible to email it to yourself, post it in your locker. And in your locker, I literally mean taking your document and at minimum posting it where you go to your course material. Everybody has a locker, so you can upload it here. It's pretty convenient. Also, having a USB pen drive. So there are ways to do it. And at the English 1A level, I'm operating under the pretense that you know some of those ways. The last part is about Essay 2. All authors have been approved. For those individuals who did not meet last week's deadline to identify which author you want to critically respond to, please see my notes in February 24th's participation. So you can find this through going to grades and assessments. And so I told people that I would post, if you didn't let me know who your author was, then I was going to select one for you. I didn't say when, but I told you that I was going to do it. So it's done. And I would strongly advise you to take a look at the assessment grades. And what'll pop up is a tally. And so on the 24th, you'll see some comments. I think you just have to search for it. If not, then send me an email or let me know, but it should be there. So that's it. I mean, it's just a matter of ironing this stuff out and taking your time to do it. It really could be a lot if you wait the last minute. Otherwise, it's highly manageable. And if you do have any questions, please feel to give me a call at 510-878-8494. And again, I'm willing to work with you, but only if you're willing to help yourself.